Hey guys, Chris the Bad Guy here. Suit's not related to the video, but it's a nice touch. YouTube deleted my YouTube account, and it is not my fault. I had videos that were uploaded without my face in it of me just flipping a ballet song. You can't tell that it's even a real knife or not. You can't tell if the person in the video is actually like 18 years old or not, because I mean, voice is not a good indicator unless you have an 8-year-old voice. It's not a very good indicator, because I've talked to many people that sound like they would have a voice. They'd be a lot younger than their voice portrays, and the opposite. I've seen people that have full-on grown darn beards on their necks, and they're only 16 years old. It's just how it works. But regardless, if YouTube had enough brain cells to look at that information, I'd be surprised, and I'd be astonished, and I'd be relieved and happy that they have that much cognitive, perception and decision making to act on those factors. No. YouTube acts on a feature called the report button, and if you press that report button and say child endangerment is present in a video, they don't even look into it. It's just a bot, and they automatically just take down the video. I could post a video of a black screen for 20 minutes and have no audio over that. I'm literally posting absolutely nothing. You can't trademark that. You can't copyright that. But you can still you can't trade it. You can't trademark it. But you can still mark it for child endangerment, because that makes perfect sense, YouTube. You know, YouTube is not going to stop me from uploading videos online, no matter what. I may not upload very frequently or very much, but they are never going to stop me entirely. And they can try all they want. I mean, they're going to have to legally come after me to make me want to stop. Not that they would. Not that they're trying to specifically stop me from uploading videos. They're just trying to go on a customer is always right scenario, which is another stupid thing. Because YouTube is trying to say, well, the customer is always right. This video has child abuse in it. It should be taken down. What about the other, thousands of people that watched that particular video that benefit from it and made you money on it? How about that? What I don't get is that of course they're not making a huge amount of money off my videos. One less person on their YouTube in general is not a problem. But whenever it comes to, I don't understand why they can't make it a system to where if it gets an overwhelming number of child abuse videos, reports, then I don't know. I don't know why they can't go on that. I don't know. I dated a pretty crazy person within the past year, and I regret every second of it, but I also don't, because it helped me grow as a person and realize that some people are delusional and cannot be saved. Regardless, that person probably has their whole family on the child abuse button because they're that petty, and I can't get into that. They committed felonies against me. I'm not able to talk about it legally. All I can say is that they're a pretty terrible person, and they're probably the entire reason behind this. And thankfully, I'm completely above doing horrible things like doxing, because I know some people that would not give something to just straight up dox a person because they have zero morals about horrible people like that. And they're still people too. They still deserve human rights, and they still deserve everything that we do, even if they are just horrible people that do horrible things, even if those things are considered felonies. Anyways, so besides that, YouTube, they're not going to stop me from uploading videos. If I have to, I will always make content and find a new place to upload it. I'll try Instagram for a while. I don't make money off of that, but hey, I like making content. I like making people happy. I like making people informed. I don't know how many hours of content I had that were educational, entertaining, or just something that someone had that they could watch. Or literally just content on their servers that people watch. And the fact that they try to get rid of that stuff, and then they complain about creators like me and creators in general about making content like that. But I feel like the whole reason they want to do that is that they have very limited storage space. Obviously, they're YouTube. They can only have so much physical space to store stuff. So YouTube gets more expensive to operate every year. Obviously, that's just the way it is. But why would you try to get rid of the content that makes you money instead of the content that everyday people upload? Like, I don't know. If YouTube really wanted to, they could implement a policy that says if you upload a video within a year and you don't have substantial growth, then you're not uploading content, and that's just the fact. And that's unfortunate. Or that you have to host it yourself on your own server. And I get that. I mean, that's fine, but they just don't line up. There's no sensible thing. I mean, businesses, they all follow whatever's going to make the most money, because that's all people care about these days. All people care about is what's going to make me the most money and what is going to get this business as far as possible. YouTube has started playing like literally no less than 6 ads on some videos. It is absolutely pathetic. And of course, the cost of living and stuff is rising. The cost of everything is rising. That's inevitable. Inflation is not good at the rate at which it's happening. And you can talk about whatever caused that, whatever didn't cause that. You can hate people and you can whatever. I'm not going to talk about politics on this channel. I have an opinion, but I don't feel like ruining my own image in the eyes of people just because I view one way. That doesn't mean I view a good way or a bad way. You can view whatever you want as long as you have support behind it. You can believe whatever you want, in my opinion. Or if it's just based on whatever. I don't care. It's a free country in the United States, and you're allowed to think whatever you want, and you're allowed to say whatever you want as long as you're not endangering other people, for the most part. It depends. Unlike some countries, like, I'm not going to get into that. I said I wouldn't make a political video, and I'm not doing that now. So back to that. YouTube could very well be doing so much other proactive stuff, because I don't understand. These companies, of course, it's a smarter business decision to make a decision that, I don't know. So what I don't get is how they could potentially make more money doing something that pisses off half their user base. And on top of that, just makes the content or the service worse to use. Like, if I made a service for renting trucks, and I offer that service for 20 years, and I say, you can get this truck at this price, or you can get it at, we will always offer the competitor's rate minus 10% or whatever. You offer something. It's something that people, think of you of. It's something that people always can just rely on. But the moment that you change something and say, oh, but you can only use the vehicle for 30 minutes whenever you're using that. That's just the most, I'm gonna stay YouTube family friendly and not get this channel deleted either, but it's just the worst thing to do to people. If you made a business that functioned on principles that were based on gaining users' trusts and good user experience and cared less about cost management, you'd make more money. It doesn't make sense. Some companies get that, and some companies don't. YouTube, I feel like they're trying to make everything as expensive as possible. They're trying to put so many ads on videos. They already take 90% of the revenue that comes off of videos to begin with. I'm sure some of that goes towards the server that the video's on, but you never had to pay for videos to put them on YouTube to begin with. So it's kind of a double standard. And then on top of that, and they're making money off of any video, monetized or not. That's really the reason they don't want things like weapons in videos, because they don't want something in a video that could potentially get them demonetized in some countries. They want to appeal to every country possible while also making money at the same time, and that's just not possible. If I was running YouTube, of course everyone says, if I own this company, or if I was the coach of this team, or things like that, of course you'd do it differently because everyone's different. But I mean, at least I would try to make people happy. I mean, no one's happy with the fact that they have to be stuck on YouTube. YouTube is an application that makes everyone suffer because it is the only one of its kind that has ever caught on. The original concept of YouTube was very different from what it is now. And I feel like the people who originally founded it, if they're still around paying attention to what's going on, would be very disappointed in what's going on. It's just saddening. It just makes me mad. I'm a very logical based person. If you couldn't tell by the way I talk, yes, I am on the spectrum. I am a different kind of human being than most people in the sense that I process things and think things just a little bit differently than everyone else. That doesn't mean I'm better. That doesn't mean I'm worse. I am a human the same way that you are. But I'm losing where I'm going with this. I mean, I just, gosh, I lost my train of thought. And I mean, for anything, since this reminds me of that. I mean, this content is at least, I mean, it's just entertaining, even if it's just informational. Like, let me give you the scoop about why my channel's down and you can't watch informational videos about ballad songs, or watch a music cover for your own enjoyment or for transcription uses, whatever. I don't know, whatever. I mean, a lot of people watch my videos because they like me as a person, and I love that. That makes me happy. It makes me glad to see that I'm making people's days because they love the way I explain things. And that's why I'm at college right now, going on to get a degree in music education. But it's just ridiculous. The fact that YouTube, I'm usually much more concise with my thoughts, but the fact that YouTube has been so ridiculous in the past years, and now I'm directly feeling the effects of it. Not like I watch a channel and it's taken down. That's happened before. Or a video's taken down. That's also happened before. It sucks. It really sucks. That's why I download the videos that I want to watch in the future. If you see a video on YouTube and you want to watch it, I've seen this said by many, many, many people, download it now. It will not be there in the next few years. YouTube as a whole is probably going to collapse and have to go under new management because someone by the name of Susan seems to have, CEOs, I mean, it's a complicated thing. I mean, the people who own the company technically don't even own the company. They have the most shares or whatever. They have the most say in what's going on. They don't technically own the company. Whatever. From what I can tell, Susan is the person making those decisions, and she seems that she needs to get her head out of her rear end if she wants to keep her business alive, because YouTube is just going to keep going downhill. YouTube is going to come to an end, and it's going to suck. No one's going to use it. It's going to be completely forgotten in a few decades. I could be completely wrong, and this video could be up 30 years from now. I could be looking back being like, man, I was wrong. I'm pretty glad about that if in the event that things change for the better. But they're not. I really don't think they are. And, you know what? I'm just going to have a moment of silence for my YouTube channel that I'm probably not ever going to get back because YouTube sucks royally. And I genuinely hope that the person personally responsible for the decision that bot should be able to do this saw that it worked the way that it did and left it the way it was to let people lose the content that they enjoy watching. People said they find nostalgia in my videos. That's something that you can't just take away from someone like that. That's just wrong. But yes, a moment of silence for all those people that were intellectually and personally violated by the loss of my content because YouTube has less than one brain cell. Who would have thought? Moment of silence. It's just sad. And I can go on all day about this because I put probably, I don't know how many hours my YouTube content is. It's probably close to like, I don't know, it's tens of hours of content of me just rambling and talking about God who knows what. But people find it entertaining. Those videos are monetized. They're making YouTube decent money, even if I wasn't making money from it. It's just sad that YouTube is so ignorant and incapable of realizing their own flaws. They would make so much more money if they just had a better system of evaluating things. And of course things could always be better. And of course I could be wrong. I could be completely dumb and small brain about all this. I could be completely in the wrong. And if you want to tell me about that in the comments, you're welcome to. But at least I'm not the one that's making videos get taken down solely on individuals in small quantities that decide to report videos in a spam value, like in a spam setting. They just spam what's it called? Report button. Those people, yeah, it just registers like it's people spaced out over, I don't know. They could have so much more developed engineering into this, and they don't. And I know they don't because they're cheap and they don't want to make money. Or at least they think they do, but they're dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not a businessman, but I don't know. I'd be willing to go up in front of everyone and admit I'm wrong if I am. But I'm also advocating that I'm right here. I really do think I am. And then besides that, things like the dislike button. The comment section's not going to exist soon enough for all we know. All there's going to be is a button that says, does this video offend you? And then the video's going to be gone in the next 2 seconds. Because that's how YouTube works these days. Companies are trying to appeal to literally everyone. And it doesn't work. Appeal to an audience. I don't appeal to people who watch My Little Pony because I don't do that crap. I make, nothing against if you like that, but like, I make videos about butterfly knives and music. That's it. For the most part. I make videos where I ramble and I get mad about things that literally don't matter that much. The fact I'm getting mad about this instead of the fact that like there's so much cruelty going on in the world probably says something about me. And I'm mad about that too, but I'm not talking about that because that's controversial and that's not my audience. That's the main point. At the end of the day, you can always try to do better. And YouTube's just not doing that. Or they're stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they're either one of those because their outcome is just as sad as either of those. I don't know what I could possibly do to get those videos back. I might have them saved on a very, very old hard drive somewhere. I might. Those videos are old now. They are years old. And if y'all want to try to get people that you know personally or very closely, I don't remember if I said this already, to try and talk to YouTube if they have over 100K, have their representative talk to them and be like, this person is being treated unjustly. Please rectify this. That would be beyond appreciated. And I'd make a video dedicated to the person that successfully gets my YouTube channel back. I'd write you a whole freaking song. Anyways, as far as content goes, there's a video that I'm going to be putting out soon that I plan to put on my main channel, but obviously can't do that now. It is a cover of Fallen Down reprise for September 15th, which is Undertale's, what is it, 7th birthday. It's just nuts. Crazy the game's been out that long. Game still means a lot to me. You can unsubscribe or just not subscribe at this point because there's only 6 people right now subscribed to me right now. But you can leave at that point, and I don't care. If you don't like the game, I don't care. It means a lot to me. My audience is people who can tolerate stuff like that every now and then and enjoy knife videos, or vice versa, or it's just something in the middle. I'm gonna make videos about music and whatever I want, but I'm gonna try to make it targeted toward my audience at least, or at the very least, I'll just publish videos because I want to have them uploaded and I like it when people see my videos. I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can look at that. What else am I willing to talk about right now? Yeah. Building up from zero isn't even the sad part for my YouTube channel, like subscriber-wise. I could care less if I had less subscribers than 1. If I had less than 1, if I had negative subscribers, if I pained people to watch my videos, you know what, that'd be a bit extreme, never mind. I wouldn't mind if I had 0 subscribers at all times. If I got any kind of views at all, if I got 5 views on a video, no one ever subscribed, I'd be satisfied by that. I'd be happy by the fact that someone watched my content. And hopefully they liked the video. Too bad I wouldn't be able to tell though, because there's no dislike button anymore. Because people don't have free speech online anymore. At least not on YouTube. When they took that feature away, I was so mad. It's so stupid. It's I swear they only, like if it's really for how bad their videos do. YouTube as a company, their videos, they do terrible. They probably just don't want people seeing it. At that instance, why can't they just disable the like button for them? Like, you really gotta be a coward and take down everyone because you couldn't make it. That's like not being able to take a test in history class and then deciding to pull a fire alarm on everyone so that they couldn't take their test. Or put them in a situation where they fail. Like, recite all the answers out so that everyone has to take a different test with different answers. It's screwed up. YouTube is not a moral company. YouTube is not a company I'm happy for. I'm sad to the fact that this video that I'm making right now is going to make them money. there's going to be like 6 ads on this video, and I can feel it. It is long enough to have that number of ads according to YouTube standard, probably. And that's so screwed up. But at the end of the day, their pockets are going to be getting bigger substantially, regardless of it, and my few views are not going to make a difference. If you ever see an ad on YouTube, by the way, never go through the YouTube ad. Look it up on Google. Don't give them the money that they get from you clicking on the ad, because they don't deserve that. I think that's technically against the TOS for me to say that, but they can take this channel down too. I'll just make another one. What are they going to do, ban my IP address? What are they going to do, kick me off the site entirely through that? I mean, I'm just going to go somewhere else. I don't mind following strict standards. I would have been fine if they had told me, hey, you can't have knives in your videos. That's a huge thing for me. And I would have said, you know what? I understand, because you are a business and you're trying to make money off of having content. And if it has knives in it and that doesn't appeal to certain countries, I don't really agree that you should be making everyone suffer for it. But at least I understand the fact that you're a business trying to make money and that you communicated. Not just, let me take away everything that you ever worked on as far as what you've uploaded and just take it away. No questions asked. No real appeals. Of course I appealed. That's not going to do anything. It's probably just going to get my IP address banned. And I'm eventually just going to go move somewhere else. I'm going to move to Patreon, which I am right now. My Patreon subscriber, John Bedek, is the only thing keeping me alive at this point, if I'm being completely honest. And I don't post enough on Patreon. So if you want my Patreon, it's just go to patreon.com and look up my name, Christopher Dugas. ChristopherDugas. And if I remember, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, something else I planned on doing is making a whole bunch of different music type videos, which I plan to do. But I need to get a means of storage first, because I don't trust clouds anymore. I don't trust YouTube anymore. I don't trust anything. I want to have all my videos downloaded. I want to have an archive of every single one of them from this point on, and I refuse to not, because you never know. You never know when you're going to need that. And then your biggest problem is just finding it, because that gets hard, but at least you can find it. You can search for the date. You can search for the file size. You can do so many different things. But yeah, as far as college is going, it could be better. I'm trying my best over here. I really am. I'm doing all that I can to make this all work as good as possible. And I don't know how much of this actually got picked up now because of my microphone that I have plugged in. I didn't realize. That's going to be fun if the audio does not come out audible or just really quiet. I'm sorry if the audio in this video is really quiet. But yeah. What I was saying earlier before, I had a complete ADHD spasm and completely got distracted. I get distracted very easily, but I'm very stubborn. I refuse to let a company decide how I am going to upload content, if it's on their site or not. I mean, and the only thing that's going to dictate that is the law and restrictions in that regard. I mean, if it was extremely illegal to make videos on butterfly knives, specifically, and I could not move out the country, I would just have to abide by that, and that would suck. But YouTube ain't gonna stop me. Oh, I did kind of go off on that tangent about how I'm just gonna post on Patreon and Instagram. Hold on. Maybe I should make a Twitch account. Who knows? I don't know why this screw on my squiddy keeps backing out so quickly. Anyways, thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of you that have been watching me for a very, very, very long time. It makes me very happy to see that people get enjoyment enough out of watching my videos that they do. And expect that cover of Fallen Down Reprise. You'll see what it's on. And expect some more tuba videos, because I'm at a college and I have a lot of tubas at my disposal, so I might as well make videos on them and comparing them, because no one else is doing that. So thank you for watching my content. If you want to help me, I've said how you can, and you're welcome to. I really appreciate the video. I really appreciate you watching the video, and I really appreciate what everyone has done there for me personally on a level of communication, or just watching my videos. Again, thank you. At that, I'm going to call it quits. Goodbye. Thank you.